Hey, it's Bert from Western Cycle. Spring is around the corner and it's time to get your bike ready for the season. You probably didn't bring it in to our service techs and have us do it, so let's do it together. There's a few things you want to do to get your bike ready for the season. If your bike looks like this, you need to give it a good wash. Now that your bike is clean, you want to inflate your tires, lubricate your chain, and do a quick safety check on the bike. I'm going to go over it and show you what to do. After the winter, your tires are probably going to be pretty flat. First off, you want to figure out how much tire pressure you can put in your tires. On your sidewall, you will usually find a min and max pressure rating for your tire. If your tire is very flat, I recommend to use a floor pump and slowly inflate the tire so that the tire doesn't pop off when you do a big shot of air in it at once. Grab your floor pump, find your valve. If you have one of these skinny ones, they're called Presta valves. Most floor pumps will work with them. You open up the little brass nipple, put your chuck on, lock it in, and start pumping. Once you're done, take your chuck off and make sure that you close your valve. It's time to lubricate your chain. So grab your favorite bottle of dry lubricant, give the bottle a good shake, and then you just apply the lube onto the chain while pedaling backwards. You want the lube to go into the center of the chain. This stuff is great because you can actually see where it goes on. And you want to cover the full chain. After you applied the lube, you want to let the lube soak into the chain for a few minutes. That allows the actual lube particles in the lubricant to go on the inside of the chain and lubricate the chain from the inside. After a few minutes, you take a rag or a sock or whatever you use, grasp the chain and ride the chain through the rag. This will take excess lubricant off your chain as well as clean the chain a little bit off too. Alright, the last thing you want to do is do a quick safety check on your bike. I'd like to start by doing a quick drop test. I lift off my bike, let it drop. If anything falls off or rattles really loudly, it's probably not a good thing. You want to address that. Make sure your brakes are working. Pull the lever. You should be able to have the brake engage with your lever halfway to the handlebar. If you have hydraulic brakes and you pull your lever all the way to the handlebars, pump the lever a couple times, it might go away. If it doesn't go away, see a technician. Next one, just wiggle your saddle, make sure it's tight and doesn't spin around. There's nothing worse than when your saddle slowly slides down into your frame or tilts all of a sudden upwards when you go through a pothole in Regina's road. Okay, next, check out your pedals and your crank. I'd like to wiggle my pedals up and down, see if there's any play, make sure they're spinning freely and they don't sound super dry. You would also want to check if the pedals are still tight. They should be tight, they don't usually loosen off, but it's a good idea to check that. You can use a pedal wrench. If you don't have a pedal wrench, a 50mm open wrench will work as well. With the wrench on the pedal, turn the wrench towards the front of the bike on both sides. That will tighten up the pedals. Lastly, you want to make sure that your crank has no place. So wiggle the crank back and forth away from the bike. If you feel any play, you might need to check your bearings in your bottom bracket. Next is the front. Make sure your handlebars are tight, so put your wheel between your legs, twist the handlebars side to side, make sure that there's no play and that the handlebar is not slipping. Check your brakes again. Your headset are these bearings in the frame that allows you to turn. There should be no play. A quick way you can check is just place your hand between the fork and the head tube and wiggle the handlebars up and down. If you notice any play here, you might want to tighten that up, but you also want to make sure that it's not too tight. Your handlebars should turn freely. Last one are your gears. gears can be complicated. So I would recommend, after you checked everything over, to go for an easy ride and slowly go through your gears. If your gears do need adjustment, either come to a shop or check out the next video on that. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helps you getting your bike ready for the season. If this sounds way too complicated, our technicians are more than eager to get your bike ready for the season.